All right, guys, this is the Football is Phenomenal channel. It's your boy Shaq,
And I'm Danielle.
and we're here to give you NFL Week 2 predictions. Hopefully we get you guys this money. We were 2 for 2 last week. We got 5 picks this week, and we're aiming to go 4-1 or 5-0. You know, I'm trying to be Mr. Nostradamus out here, getting these predictions right. We want the cachet and we want the cash, right, baby? So we're gonna get that cash quick, fast, in a hurry. All right. So first, we're gonna start off with the Buffalo Bills
And the Cardinals.
because we're gonna be betting on both games that these guys are in next week, right? So let's do it.
All right.
All right, guys. So we're looking at the box score of the Bills Cardinals game, and right off the bat, we see that Josh Allen had a very solid game. Not his best game, but even with his his B game, statistically, offensively, they put up 34 points, which is a very good amount. So I have confidence that the Buffalo Bills offense know what they're doing. I like the fact that their first pick in the draft, which was a second round pick, I think it was the top pick in the second round. Keon Coleman, he was involved, 4 catches, 51 yards, and he had the big one for 28 yards. I like that. And Khalil Shakir had the touchdown with 42 yards. James Cook was involved in the passing game and the running game, had over 100-yard scrimmage. So I like that. I feel like the Bills are productive. I feel like they're well-rounded. And I feel like there was meat left off the bone with Josh Allen in the rushing game, having 9 rushes for 39 yards. I feel like he could do a little bit more. I'm not worried about the injury to his hand because it was his offhand. So I feel like I'm not really too worried about him with the handoff they were talking about. No, he's going to throw that ball right. Dolphins defense is solid, but I'm still not a big fan of the Dolphins defense early in the season because they are still waiting for Bradley Chubb to come off IR, and Jalen Phillips is coming back off a torn Achilles. So I feel like the Buffalo Bills can attack those weaknesses on the Dolphins front seven. What are you laughing at?
What you said to me.
Oh, okay. She's just being silly, guys. All right, so. Like I already in the previous injury video, I alluded to the Dolphins having a weak running attack, even with the guys that were in. But these guys are going to be out, so I think the running game is going to be non-existent, and I think the Buffalo Bills can handle a one-dimensional Dolphins team. Now, the Dolphins are dangerous in the one-dimensional field. Don't get it twisted. Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, I mean, these guys are box office, the fastest tandem on the outside. But like I said, the fact that they're one-dimensional, I'm going to put faith that Sean McDermott can be able to maybe do some too high deep safety coverages, give them some man zone. Now, don't let these guys break loose for the 80-yard touchdown that we seen the Jacksonville Jaguars let Tyreek Hill get away with. So I feel like the Bills will make them march down the field. And I think ultimately not being able to punch it in the run game will hurt the Dolphins, and they'll settle for field goals a little bit. And like I said, I also want to give shout out to the Haitian brother, Gregory Rousseau. He had a big game.
Where is he?
He's down. Go a little down. Yeah, he had 3 sacks, 3 tackles for loss, 2 QB hits. He was phenomenal. I feel like he is going to keep being phenomenal. He played for Miami. Played for the Hurricanes, so he's in a familiar territory. I'm sure our family and friends and Miami U fans will be supporting him. And Von Miller had a sack in this game, and quite frankly, he's overpaid because the Bills paid for him when he wasn't, he was on a downswing in his career. But it's nice to see that he was productive, and hopefully in the early parts of the season, he'll keep up that production and attack this Dolphins offensive line that is desperately in need of a revamp after losing Hunt to the Panthers. So let's switch over to the Cardinals element of it now. So the Cardinals.
Where do you want to start?
Kyler Murray lost a fumble, so that's not good. So he's already showing that he's making mistakes that he shouldn't really be making. I like the Cardinals offense, though, but that's not where we're going right now. I think the Cardinals offense will hold up. Why I'm betting against the Cardinals is, quite frankly, like I just said with the Buffalo Bills, they gave up 34 points to the Bills. Matthew Stafford, I think Matthew Stafford's a better passer than Josh Allen, and Josh Allen's a better overall quarterback because of his rushing ability, but they scored 34 points and Josh Allen didn't even rush the ball all that well. So I think Stafford is just going to dice this Cardinals defense up. These guys have nobody really worth mentioning except for Buda Baker. So I do not like the Cardinals defensively. These guys, there was another element of it I wanted to talk about with the Cardinals. Why am I forgetting? Oh, there we go. So another thing, but it's on the play-by-play, baby. You can go up. Yeah, play-by-play. Oh, why didn't
it click?
No, I didn't click. Click again. Here we go. Yeah, so go to the end of the play-by-play. Just want these guys. I want you guys to see something real quick. So, right, you see, the Cardinals actually had the ball with a chance to win this game, and these guys had turnover on down. So I feel like this game is going to be a close one, and I feel like if the Rams have the ball last, they're going to finish and win the game. And I'm showing you guys this to show you that even if the Cardinals have the ball last to win the game, these guys already just showed you that they're not capable of closing out. So, like I said, with that being said, I like the Rams plus. I like the Rams plus 1.5, and I like the Buffalo Bills plus 2.5 plus 2 as 2 underdogs to get the job done. All right, so now let's jump to the Texans Colts box score.
The Texans.
The Texans, Houston Texans.
All right, the box score.
But we're betting on the Colts. Again, guys, injury video. We explained that Jordan Love being out is a monumental loss for these guys because Jordan Love is the engine that gets this team going. This guy, don't look at the box score in this case on Jordan Love's completion percentage because, guys, there were so many drop passes, so much slippage because these guys were the Brazil turf was a soccer field and they didn't really do a good job with these guys with the footing. So there were a lot of missed opportunities from the receivers that wouldn't normally happen on a regular traditional football field. Mm-hmm. And Jordan Love was hitting these guys right in the numbers. So, like I said, these guys rely on Jordan Love to be accurate down the field. Now they're going to be dealing with a more scrambling quarterback in Malik Willis that is still not pro ready. I loved him as a prospect, like I said in the other video, but guys, he's not ready. He just got traded to the Packers at the end of August. He needed a training camp at the very least. So we like the Colts in this game -3. And Anthony Richardson, I know it doesn't look great, guys. 9 completions and 1 interception. But he did very good as we would know him to be in the rushing field. Dude has 6 carries, 56 yards, and a touchdown. Jonathan Taylor left a lot to be desired. He has 16 carries for 48 yards, but we know the type of guy Jonathan Taylor is. Literally in the elimination game on week 18, this dude had like nearly 200-yard scrimmage, I believe, because he had like $150 on the ground. So wow. we know what he's capable of on the ground. And like I said in last week's prediction video, Green Bay's not great against the run. And the fact that guys like Alec Pierce is getting these deep balls thrown to Anthony Richardson, I think is a very good quality for the Colts to show you that they can beat you in the short game, running 4 yards, maybe even 3 yards in a cloud of dust. But they can also hit you with a play action and hit you deep over the head. And they're going to need that because I do respect the Green Bay Packers secondary, but I don't respect their front 7. So these guys might inch up a little bit and get snake bit up top on the deep ball. So, like I said, I like Indianapolis, guys, -3. I'm seeing -3 on the books with some juice at -120, but it's worth it, guys. I don't see the Colts losing this game, but even if they were to win the game by a field goal, it'll be a push. But I think these guys will win this game by about a touchdown.
All right.
So now we're jumping to the Seahawks-Broncos. And we're betting this game. This box score is going to be indicative of both picks. So we got another two for here. We're going with the Seahawks -3 at New England. And we're going with the Pittsburgh Steelers -2.5, -2 versus the Denver Broncos. Now, like I said in the betting tip video, with the Steelers situation, I would probably recommend you guys split this because the Pittsburgh Steelers are very field goal dependent. So when it's a field goal dependent game, there tends to be the odd end game total where it's like Steelers might win the game by 2 points or they might win it by 1 point because, like 3, 6, 9, 12, and then you got the 7 and 14. So think about it. This game could be 14. This game could be 14 to 15, 18 to 17. It could be a very weird finish, but I just know that the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to win this game because Bo Nix is also not ready, guys. This is a rookie. I wasn't high on him coming out of college, but people were wild by him in the preseason. I'm not. I think he leaves much to be desired. At least he was a gamer in this game, though. He kept the Broncos in it in the last minute, but 20 points, mediocre stuff. 26 for 42, 2 picks. He ran okay, 5 for 35 and a touchdown. Cortland Sutton, 4 for 38. Josh Reynolds, 5 for 45. Again, nothing to write home about really to me, guys. And defensively, I love Patrick Surtain, but the Pittsburgh Steelers are not a passing type of team with Justin Fields at the helm. These guys are more run dominant. And Kenneth Walker in this game ran for 103 yards, 5 yards a tote. So if Kenneth Walker's doing that, no disrespect to Kenneth Walker, but I think Najee Harris and Justin Fields are a more dynamic run threat. So those guys were able to get 30. This unit was able to get 33 for 146. Pittsburgh probably will exceed that and dominate the time of possession as well. And the Pittsburgh Steelers kicker has shown that he's capable of hitting these 50-yard kicks. The altitude in Denver is going to aid that. So he might even hit a 60-yarder in this game. Yeah, so like I said, I like that for Pittsburgh. And then with Seattle, I like Seattle because Seattle is playing the New England Patriots, and the New England Patriots beat a bad Cincinnati Bengals team. And I say bad Cincinnati Bengals team because these guys always start off bad in the first couple of weeks. So everybody's so hyped, like, oh my God, the New England Patriots were the biggest dog and they won the game. Well, Cincinnati's always a sluggish starting team. So I'm taking that with a grain of salt, baby.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not really digging the Cincinnati Bengals right now. You agree?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like I said, my baby got me a little lost, guys. But but back to the Cincinnati Bengals being a sluggish starting team. So New England, they really just won this game off Ramondre Stevenson's 120 yards on the ground. I don't see the Seattle Seahawks allowing that to happen. With the first round pick, Byron Murphy, being a big cog in that middle at the D tackle position. And then Coach McDonald coming over from the Baltimore Ravens, historically having a great top 5 type of defense. He's coaching the Seahawks now. And they didn't let Javonte Williams do anything. Dude had 8 carries for 23 yards. McLaughlin had 10 for 27. The only production they had is at quarterback rush. Bo Nix did a little bit here and there. He really just had one run that was big, the 23-yard one. I don't see Jacoby Brissett getting loose for a plus 20-yard run like Bo Nix did with the Seattle front. And also the Seattle back end, they got some good tacklers. Devon Witherspoon is a physical corner, and our boy Julian Love, who we always talk about, he's a guy that safety that leads them in tackling. So I don't see Jacoby Brissett really getting loose on the scrambles, and he's not doing any design runs, RPOs. So New England's offense will be held in check in this game against Seattle, and we're running with the Seahawks -3. I like the Seahawks defensively. I like the Seahawks offensively because they can rely on the run with Kenneth Walker. And I like the fact that they got 3 solid wide receivers, all really B-grade kind of guys. DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, and Njigba. So I think these guys is going to be productive. And it's not going to be a guy that's going to be the alpha. And that's going to be good in this game because Christian Gonzalez at corner is dominant. So whoever he decides to clamp up, we'll probably have an unproductive game, but I expect the other 2 guys to be productive. So, all right, guys, that's it. We got the 5 picks in, and the picks are the Buffalo Bills +2, +2.5. The Los Angeles Rams +1, +1.5. And then we like the favorites at Indianapolis Colts against the Green Bay Packers -3. We like the Pittsburgh Steelers -2, -2.5, and the money line because of the field goals. So split that bet up. And then we like the Seattle Seahawks -3 against the New England Patriots. All right, guys, like I said, that's it. Football is phenomenal. Keep watching these phenomenal games. We're going to be watching with money in hand, winning this money. All right, guys.
Bye.
Deuces.